You were 10 and you lost your mom?
Yeah, when I was 10, I
Like freak accident?
yeah, it was a freak accident, hit her head. So it was tough. So my dad had came to school to check me out of school, and he was like rattled. So it was like, and
Oh, wow.
at my school I was at too, we had the church across the street. So we like before we even did anything, we just walked across the street, and I was like, something's going on. So he
Yeah.
delivered a tough message on me that day, and I feel like I was probably confused for a little bit, trying to
Yeah, of course, you're
figure
so
out
young.
like, like why in your head you're creating all kinds of crazy supernatural scenarios in your head,
Yeah.
like this isn't real, like
Yeah.
you are dreaming. And so like I
Yeah.
had dreams just for the following like 3, 4 years of my life, just like that wasn't real, like she's gonna
Yeah.
show up sort of thing. So it was just
Right.
like sort of things kind of mess with my head
Oh,
growing up.
yeah,
But
that's real, man.
I learned a lot, and I really gravitated towards my family and my siblings, who were all like equally as strong and holding me up,
Yeah.
to I think everybody just, looking back, if I were a parent in that situation, I would want to just, because there's no like game plan for how you're supposed to
Yeah.
address that.
That's
It's a
correct.
real
It's like
specific
that yeah,
scenario.
that's
So
right.
I
That's
feel
right.
like everybody in my corner kind of did like the necessary things to where like space in a way, but like, the correct amount of comfort was, I feel like, what I was given, to great measure from all of my family. And that really helped me just understand that as part of life, even though as unfortunate it is and rare, I tried to remember that as rare. So it's just like, it's not
Yeah,
because of you,
that's
nobody's
right.
doing it to you. And I think
Yeah, man.
we can create the victimhood mindset in a lot of things that we do, and that takes the ownership away of what it is that you're trying to do. The second you give away the ownership or the responsibility for
Yeah.
things that happen, whether it's your fault or not, I feel like you're numbing the pain a little bit, if you will. So
Man.
I did that a little bit
Yeah.
growing up. I think I tried to like
Rightfully
not
so.
cry about it, not think about it.
Yeah.
And just natural, just mourning happened the way it did. And I
Yeah.
learned a lot about myself in that, and then my friends were really gracious. I mean, middle school kids or fourth graders have
Yeah.
no idea how to handle that, but just
Yeah.
like shower you with
Loving on
love,
you.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like, that was a good experience for me. Ended up being for the better. Unfortunate, some days
Yeah.
you wish she were here, but like,
Yeah.
I've been blessed regarding.
Yeah. No, I mean, well, you said a lot there. Kind of got me thinking about this season I just came out of. Mine's totally different season. My grandma, she was at the age where she was supposed to pass, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
But the wisdom you just gave me just now, I mean, you're a few years younger than me, and that happened to you at a lot younger age. And like everything you're expressing, I kind of went through that in my own way, selfishly, like because I loved my grandmother so much. I
Hmm.
didn't, even though she was 90, I didn't want her to go.
You don't.
I don't think you ever ready for anyone you love to leave. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But like the grief and like how to deal with that, there's no blueprint.
Hmm.
For me, being like a leader in the faith world, right? You would think, well, man, you should be fine with that. She's going to Jesus. She's going to heaven. She's never going to hurt. She's never going to cry. She's never going to experience pain anymore.
Hmm.
I'm like, yeah, but I loved her. You
But
know what I mean?
me,
Yeah, yeah. I'm a selfishly, you know
yeah.
what I mean? Selfishly. But it's like what you just said is like, am I going to play the victim? Right? And woe is me, or what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take ownership in what she wants me to do with my life and what I still can do with my life,
Hmm.
and do with all the things she taught me,
Yeah.
right? And would want me to do with that,
Yeah.
And dude, I just want to commend you. I mean, I know you're years past that, but
Yeah.
the way you process that, I can tell that was very real, because I'll tell people that all the time, man. Like, yeah, there's a time and place maybe to be a victim, but you can't live in that space.
Mm.
You can't live in, even as justified as it can be.
Right.
You cannot live in that. Nothing good comes out of living in that space.
Right.
And I'll go to my grave and I'll stand on that hill till
Yeah.
to the death of me, man. And so you just sharing that, man. That's man. Kudos to you, man. You
Thank
should
you.
be proud of yourself. She's proud of you.
Yeah.
You know
Maybe
what
so.
I
Maybe so.
mean?